Awesome. So we'll get started in a seat. And because it's a little bit warmer today, we'll start with a cooling breath, right? So we've had a lot of warm weather. The sunshine is abundant. It's beautiful. It's also very heat producing. So when we move, sometimes, you know, we probably don't want to build more heat in the body. We have enough going on, right? Like we have enough heat around us in our environment. So we're going to create a cooling sort of environment internally. And there's a type of breath work that allows for that to happen. So it's called Sitali breath, and it's a cooling breath. So traditionally, it's done by making like a straw with your tongue, right? Like this sort of like little curling of the tongue, right? However, you do not have to do it that way. I actually like to teach it in a more basic sort of way or sort of fashion, like you're sipping in a straw. So just creating like an O shape with your lips, like you were just gently sipping in through a straw, holding a straw in between your lips, sipping in, and then we'll exhale. So with that in mind, go ahead and just sit up nice and tall. Take a few rolls of the shoulders. Maybe drop the head and roll the head side to side. Release any tension in the neck. Maybe even open and close the mouth a few times, softening any tension that's accumulated in the jaw and the features of the face. And find a neutral spine. And for a moment, just close the eyes so you can ground down. Take a breath in, soothing breath out. And do that two more times. Just a full inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. Again, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now imagine you were sipping through a straw. On your inhale, breathe in through your mouth. And then close your mouth, exhale through your nose. And then again, like you're sipping through a straw, breathe in through your mouth. Close your mouth, breathe out through your nose. Again, breathe in through that straw, sip in through your mouth. Close your mouth, breathe out through your nose. Do that a few more times. Sip in through your mouth, out through your nose. And in, out. One last time, like you're sipping in through a straw. This time, open up your mouth and let out a long sigh. And then a regular breath in and out. One more like that. Breathe in and out. And whenever you're ready, you can blink your eyes open if they were closed. And take any movement again in the shoulders, in the head, in the neck, in the face. And meet me on hands and knees, tabletop pose. So you may have noticed as you were sipping in air through that straw-like shape of your mouth, you could actually feel that like cool air sensation or that cooling sensation feeling in your mouth as you would draw air in. pretty neat to do and also can help cool the body down if you're feeling a little extra heat. So once you're in tabletop pose, move side to side in like a lateral way. So thinking about the letter C. So thinking about drawing your ribs to one side and then to the other. Do that a few times. And maybe through a cat cow, you warm up the spine in both directions. And then you'll walk your hands up your thighs. So come up onto your knees and just step your right foot forward. So coming into a gentle lunge, not too deep here, but enough to start to extend your pelvis forward a bit. So your left hip is in extension here. You can feel the front of your hip open up and send both hands up towards the sky if that feels good. Press down through your front foot for stability. And your right hand grabs your left wrist and just lean over to the right. Take one more big breath in, reach up, get a little bit longer. And take both hands down inside your right foot here. So coming into a lizard shape, you can even wiggle walk your right foot a little bit wider out to the right to create a little more space in the pelvis. And then you'll rock your weight forward onto your hands a bit more. It's sometimes nice if you feel like you want to bring the ground up a little higher. Your hands can come on yoga blocks if you have them, or a pillow if you have it nearby. But you can rock your hips forward a bit and then think about lifting your chest here, like drawing your chest forward, maybe even just look forward. And then that allows that to happen. And then as you exhale, pull your hips back and just pick your right toes up off the ground. So the goal is not to have that straight right leg, but just this idea that you're pulling the hips back. So you can feel the back of the right leg lengthen, the hamstrings lengthen. And then you'll do that with breath. Rock forward on your inhale and then back on your exhale, picking the right toes up. One more time. Rock forward into that lizard shape and then rock back, pick the right toes up. Now you'll rock forward back into that lizard, not too deep here. I don't want you to like sink so low. And I want you to pull it back a bit, and then your left hand will stay, reach the right hand up just for a twist. And take one more big breath in, reach your fingertips up a little higher, and then reach your right hand forward, set it back down on the ground, tuck your back toes onto the ground, lift your back knee up. Now walk your hands along the long side of your mat. See if you can lengthen both legs here, parallel your feet. So they're facing the long edge of your mat. And take a breath in just to find a little bit of length through the spine. And then exhale, drop your head down. Now you can bend your knees a lot here, right? A lot of times whenever we take a forward fold, we lock the knees and we think we have to fold from there. I want you to bend your knees a lot. And then think about your tailbone drawing up towards the sky as your head drops down. Bending your knees can allow that to happen a little bit easier. And then you can shake your head yes and no. Let gravity do a little bit of work here. So just let the weight of your head hang. Sides of your neck get a little bit longer. So nice. And then take a breath in to lengthen. And now you'll look at your left foot. You're going to switch sides. So you're going to walk your hands inside that left foot. You'll drop the right knee down. So now you're facing like the back of your mat. You don't have to just listen to my words if you can't see me. Totally fine. You've got this. You'll reach your hands up towards the sky. Take a breath in. And your left wrist now grabs your right, or your left hand grabs your right wrist. That's it. You'll reach up a little higher. And then you'll lean over to the left. Keep pressing down through your left foot. Yeah, find that length through the right side, the front of the right hip. You'll reach back up. Take one big breath in. Drop both hands back down inside that left foot. So you're coming into lizard for the left leg here. You'll wiggle walk it a little wider if you want, create space for the pelvis. As you rock the hips a little forward, think about looking straight ahead. And then as you exhale, you'll pull the hips back and pick the left toes up off the ground. So that left heel is grounded, but you think about pulling the left hip back in space a little more. Awesome. And then those two shapes, you rock forward on the inhale to that lizard lunge, and then back on the exhale. And then again, rock forward, look forward, and then rock back, pull the hips back, pick the left toes up. Now you rock forward back into that lunge. Your right hand will stay, reach the left hand up, you twist. Take one more big breath in, maybe even look up to your left fingertip. Reach the left hand forward, let it return back inside the foot. You'll tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. And then again, look at the long side of your mat. You walk your hands there, straighten both legs to start, parallel the feet. You can wiggle walk them to a place that feels good. Now softly bend the knees. Think tailbone reaching up as you start to drop your head down. Wide leg forward fold. One last time to shake the head. Yes and no. Maybe you like even bend one knee, straighten the other leg, find a stretch in the inseam of that right leg, and then come back and then bend the other knee, just shifting sides, right and left, like a side lunge. Nice. And then look at the front of your mat. You're just going to walk your hands to frame your right foot, drop your left knee, and then come back to tabletop pose. Right knee meets the left. And once you're there, again, lateral movement, side to side, that C-like shape. And then back to neutral. Inhale to find cow pose. Let the belly drop, let the tailbone rise. And then exhale to round your upper back, drop your head. And come back to neutral. Return to a seat, right where you started. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe place your hands on your knees. Feel your shoulder heads roll back and down. And then close your eyes here. One last time to take that cooling breath, that sitali breath. So create that straw-like shape with your mouth. Slowly breathe in. Notice that cool air drawing in, or that sensation of cool. And then close your mouth, exhale through your nose. Keep the shoulders soft away from the ears. A few more rounds with that on your own. Breathing in through the straw, like you're sipping in air. And then exhale to soften, find that ease. Almost letting that cool air just like settle in your body as you exhale. Again, drawing in and out. Now, when you're ready, your next breath in, breathe in through your nose. Slightly pause at the top. And then open up your mouth, slow sigh out. And stay here. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Maybe even bow your chin towards that space. Just a moment of gratitude towards yourself for showing up, for creating space in your day. Create a little more space in your body, space in your breath, and maybe a little space in your mind. And you can flutter the eyes open, take in more light. And thank you so much.